master the Magic 5, it's time to see how they can work for us in the classroom. We're going to have a look at various different frameworks to summarize and present information. We're all acquainted with these frameworks in one way or another. The framework of a timeline can be really useful in particular situations. Maybe the most obvious example is in history class when learning about the most important events within a period of time. Or within a language arts class to capture important events in the life of a character. Or when planning a long-term project at school. A flowchart does a really good job in emphasizing the connections between one idea and the next. You can think of the flowchart as a river running across your page. As a flowchart follows a pathway, it makes it suitable for more logical tasks. For instance, when preparing arguments for a debate, or outlining a problem-solving process in a math class, or putting together a cause and effect chart for an era of history. When your primary goal is to let your students capture the connections between the ideas you're learning about, then Mindmaps might be a great fit. You use Mindmaps to map out ideas in a non-linear way. This means it aligns with the way your brain already works. This is why this format is great for exploring a single topic in depth, and also when brainstorming ideas for an essay, a presentation, or other projects your students need to work on. A Venn diagram consists of two or more overlapping circles. It can be a great way to summarize the differences and similarities of two or more concepts, and it can also show the sweet spot where different ideas overlap. The balance framework gives us the opportunity to take two different things that are often at extremes from each other and to say what happens if we amplify one versus the other. So, this can be a great way to think visually about balancing forces. Empathy map helps us see the world from someone else's perspective. It can be used in the classroom to deep dive into a historical figure or to better understand what is going on with a character in a novel or with a person from another culture. These are just a few examples. Empathy map is really a powerful tool because it can be applied to literally anyone we'd like to better understand. Download the worksheet Drawing Ideas and Processes. Then choose one of the frameworks that speaks to you the most right now. Using this framework, tell a visual story related to content you teach right now, or a content that you will teach someday, or a content that you would like to teach. Look at this exercise as an opportunity to implement all that we have learned up to now. You can also decide to include icons, people, keywords in text boxes. Try to construct a well-told story, both visually and verbally. You can decide whether you would like it to be more verbal or more visual. It's all up to you. Look at this as two channels of communication you want to experiment with. This is an opportunity to test how these ideas work for your content, for your classroom, for your process. And again, don't be afraid making mistakes and have fun exploring these tools.